Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? I know I said I wasn't going to be doing any videos for the rest of the month. I've got this nuisance here, Max. He's on my case, man. He wants back into the pokey circle. So after some consideration and the fact that he's been and seen Dennis and he's trying to get back on the scene, I'm decided to throw Max a bone. So welcome back to the fold, Max. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. I like the analogy. I like the analogy.
Max, I've heard you're making a comeback. Is that true?
You've heard it. We all hear things, don't we, Russ? We all hear things.
Is it true, Max? You're coming back into the professional ranks and you're going to do damage. Are you putting people on notice, Max? Look, answer. Are you coming back, Max? Yes or no?
Yes, there's been talk about it.
Right. What are you coming back from, though, Max? Rigor mortis.
Thanks for that,
What are you coming back from, Max?
Get out from nowhere.
It was nice to see you last Tuesday, Max.
Yeah, get out. It was nice to touch the ground after getting out your fast motor.
Like it, yeah.
Yeah, I did like it actually. Yeah, just holding on for dear life.
Right, isn't it? No, but hey, Max, I didn't notice it, right? I know what it is now, but you know them digital clocks in middle that show you brake horsepower going up to fucking 320, and then top thing 560. It's mad what they can do with technology, isn't it? Now, do you think?
Yeah, no, I mate, for what the amount, I thought it was cheap for what you got for it. I thought you got a good deal there.
Looked after me, didn't they?
Yeah, they have, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got them up billboard and that, and I big him up all the time. Ash and Ben and them next door. Check me right. Don't forget, there's 20 car parking spaces on our plot. There's only me, isn't there? And Townie and Ellen there. So
yeah, they take the piss at that, don't they?
There's 17 spaces left, isn't there? So they can use that. You know, they're bang on with us next. Bang on, Ash. Plus, he's working with Izzy now. You know that promoter, Izzy Asif.
Oh yeah.
So that's his partner now. So he's all right, Ash. They've been bang on with me. Honestly, he done me proud with that BM. I'm happy. I'm happy with it, mate.
Yeah.
But it's fantastic on juice, mate. And like I said, you take something quick to get away from it, wouldn't
it? Flip it out.
So, Max, you're coming back. You've been to see Dennis. Did he offer you a ticket deal? You can tell me, you know. I'll find out.
We all know this. We all know this. You know everything, Russ. You know everything. You get blood out of stone. You do.
Yeah, because I'm trustworthy, aren't I? Yeah. I've heard it though. Hey, listen, when I first started with Dennis, ask anybody. First time I met Dennis, he offered me a job, and then an hour later, he got some more whiskey down. He said, "What do you think?" And I went, "Yeah, well, I'll have a crack at that." And he says, "If you ever FUCK me, I'll do you in." And it will be here. And I thought to myself, "What?" And I was just about to say something. You know what? Stuff I usually come out with stuff like that. I'm not bothered who it is, am I?
Yeah.
I was just about to say something, and I looked round him, and they were all there, all giving me face. You know, Dennis's little entourage.
Yeah.
Well, half of them, well, they're nearly all gone now, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, phew. But out of all them, I'm only one who had him over, aren't I?
Wow, I mean, yeah, I mean, he does. To be fair, Russ, he speaks highly of you, and he says, "You know,
I've got some right dirt on him."
But he does. And you know, meeting Dennis, I can see why people like Dennis because he's very old school, isn't he?
Yeah, he put you in crusher if you owe him money. It's a big crusher in yard, Max.
Yeah, I've fucking seen it.
It's on top for you.
Yeah, seen it. Yeah.
You know what they say about them brag and bone, man? They don't mess about, do they?
No. So, but yeah, no, it was good. It was good. Yeah. So
so obviously you went there, didn't you? And you don't really get on very well with Perry Howe, do you? Dennis's cruiserweight, do you?
No, not really. He's a bit of a dick.
He's going to be fighting on a Ryan and Steffi have got a deal going with Dennis, a 2-fight deal for Perry Howe. Dennis is breaking records again, isn't he? The only fighter to fight to sign for a Central Area fight with a rematch clause. I mean, what on earth's going on? Perry Howe with rematch clauses. He's in demand. He's like Anthony Joshua with these rematch clauses.
It's against a good opponent. He's got a good opponent in front of him, Russ.
Another thing as well, right? Does Dennis think I'm stupid? Do Ryan and Steffi think I'm stupid? There's nothing that lot would love better than me to be dumped into River Don, would they? Would they? They'd love that. Perry Howe can't win that, Max. He can't, mate. I've been in Don, mate, and let me tell you this. I got bit by a water rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in Don, mate, and it's a frightening experience. I should have kept my pie hole shut.
Look, he's against a good fighter. He's against that Ricky Reeves, and he's been in that boxer series, which I think he came runners up in, and he's come from good stock. So I don't think Perry. I think Perry gets stopped. I think he gets stopped in the first one, and I think he becomes even worse in the second one. And I think it's foolish him to do that, Perry, because I think Perry's taken that on the whim without discussing that with Dennis. Personally, I think so. Anyway. So,
listen, Perry Howe will never win a Central Area belt. I don't think. I don't think he's. I'm not slighting him because he deserves respect because he's getting in the ring, right? And he's actually not a bad kid. But I don't think ability-wise he's been around the professional game long enough to win a Central Area belt. If he does win a Central Area belt, it says a lot about the standard, doesn't it? But I don't think he beats that kid. And Steffi and Ryan will know in their hearts that, and their heads, that Perry don't beat him, but Perry does 500-600 tickets, doesn't he? Do you see where I'm coming from?
The thing he's got big corporates sponsoring him. So
yeah, he's running around dressed up as Bugsy Malone, isn't he?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's ridiculous. I think that Ricky Reeves, he took the piss out of Perry and got a WWE belt and said, I don't want to fight for this belt. And sent
it. That belt, listen, mate, I'm not bothered what anybody says. If you can pick up a belt, pick up a belt. Yeah. But that belts, they're not the main six, are they? The Central Area, English, British, Commonwealth, European, or any worlds, are they? They're none of them. And we know that, but if you can pick up an IBO international, yeah, good luck. So international silver, is it? Yeah. Something like that. Got a belt like that. Well, good luck to the lad. But if he wins the Central Area, he's like mapping in. He'll want me to jump in Don if he wins as well. Let's hope there's no dodgy scoring because board officials could get wind of this and they might say, let's have Porky and Don because they don't like me either. And I don't like them.
Yeah, well, especially after this Misfit stuff.
Misfit?
Yeah. I mean,
hey, listen, I rung Mark Tibbs up. I said what I said. He rung me back, to be fair. He said what he said. We're still mates. So that's good when you can have a relationship in boxing with somebody like that who's dining at top table, isn't it?
Do you know what? I'm not defending him here, but at the same time, when he's had great fighters like Dillian White, he's had Billy Joe Saunders at his hands. He's had some great fighters, but when they're not through your door and he needs to put food on the table, you get what I mean? He's got to find other avenues to earn. And out in days, I know he's not short of a quid or two, but let's be honest, if you have Ebony Bridges at your hands, yeah, okay, then she does this, she does that, weigh-ins, and I'm not defending it by all means, but it's putting food on his table at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, mate. And it's an hard one for me, but I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Listen, they're all getting paid on the night and they're getting proper paid. So what they're going to do, knock it back when they've got mouths to feed? No, they're not. It's boxing's problem. And I need to listen to Terry's pod after I spoke to you here because he's just put one out today that's bang on. Boxing's allowed it to happen and it's boxing's problem. Now, if you remember a bit back, the board sent a letter out to everybody advising them about what to do with what do they call it? This white collar stuff, to stay well away from it and all this and that. Well, I didn't see any of them going to usher Derek Chisora away from them all at the weekend or Calla or any of them. Anybody there with a tongue hanging out, they were all trying to get the tongue up somebody's rear end. KSIs. Hanging out the back of him, liquors. You know what I mean? Well,
It's not good, is it? To be fair, it's diluting boxing. And people say, "Oh, it's bringing eyes to boxing," but is it though? It's not. It's not actually directly going to the actual fighters.
listen, Max, let me just say this to you, right? We were promised a few years ago from Spencer Jug Ears Oliver, isn't that right? Jug Ears. Woo, 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 woo. Jug Ears was saying, and he put 2 shows on with that Jake Wood, and they dipped the pockets, let me tell you. And good luck to them. But they were saying it'll filter into mainstream. It's took over. Nobody's interested in mainstream now. What's things like this? What's it going to mean for people like Dennis and Steffi Bull, Carl Greaves, and them? Do you know all small old men?
Yeah, Steve Goodwin and people like that. Yeah,
Steve Goodwin, all them sort of guys. Do you know what I mean? And are you telling me Bricktop and Eddie Hills are happy about this? They're not, but they've gone along with it at some point, haven't they?
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but the thing is Eddie works hand in hand with Calla, don't he? So he's going to have an interest because Ebony Bridges is his fighter, and that Eddie Brooke, whatever her name is, it's part of the same gym. So it works hand in hand for them in a way.
Yeah. So don't talk to me about that, Calla. You know, we were born in Germany, him.
Oh, really?
Here's a Kraut, man. No, I don't want to talk about him. Oh, what I do want to talk about is this Misfits. They've just sold out another 2 stadium fights, haven't they? Or got 2 stadium books. Arena, is it, or something? Wembley Arena?
They can't sell out Wembley, surely.
No, I said Wembley Arena. They've got 10,500, and they've just done that one, and they've got 2 more bookings there, Max. I mean, we could get you on there, Max. You and Spencer Fearon, you could get at it. You and the knowledge.
No. Spencer's all right. Why not? Why want Spencer at him? He's an old man anyway.
Is it what?
He's an old man anyway. You can't fight old men. You know what I mean? Can't do that.
No, you couldn't set about Spencer, Max. Not with that jab of yours, Max. That ramrod jab. Max, why are you putting pictures up of yourself with that rockabilly quiff? What are you doing, Max?
It's just my haircut. It's my haircut, Mr. Russ. I think you're jealous. You can't grow any. Jesus.
Max, have you still got that Volvo?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I've seen it overnight. No. Right. Conor Ben. What's happening, Max? What's the story?
Well, you know, when he tweets and says stuff like, 48 hours, everyone knows the truth, still haven't heard anything. You know, what's going to happen? I mean, I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to make up a couple of things. Like, without sounding too crude, it's going to be one, something to do sexually with his partner. And, you know, he's got something from her. Secondly, contamination of food, eggs, stuff like that. That's going to be the story they try to. But, like, this is the thing. Where's it going? If this is not resulting in a ban, that's it, to be honest, because, you know, that gives a signal to every boxer to take stuff. You know what I mean? So what's the point? Because they don't like the testing process or the test or the results findings, they set lawyers and solicitors on it. What? Because you've taken something and that's what their job is. What's the point in testing? What is the point? You tell me.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, mate. I see where you're coming from.
You know, and
all these other cases, if the question in Varda's integrity, what about all these other kids that have failed? They can question it now. People like Liam Cameron.
So you like Liam Cameron? How many years did he get?
4.
4, right? Okay. Canelo got how many? Would he get 8 months or a year? I can't remember. Canelo, what did he get?
Canelo got 6 months, but he fights every 6 months anyway, doesn't he?
Yeah. So you got 6 months. So if they're getting that, he's got to at least have 1 to 2 years, especially for 2 failed tests. There's 2. It's not, don't forget, it's not just the 1; it's the 2. It's at least 2. Yeah, a year for every test.
Well, I could 4 then.
Whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is there needs to be some consistency. The board are not consistent. You can scrape it across the whole scale things from the miss thing. Yeah, there's people I know who's had their license taken over, being in a white collar corner. You know, the board are not consistent. They're not transparent or consistent. And that's why it gets people's backs up, like Sir Julian. You know, Julian you have on here, because he gets a bit pissed off. If there's consistency throughout, fair enough. There is some sort of pattern, but they do what they like. So I'm telling you now, if I, which I won't, I hopefully won't. Let's say I was fighting on Dennis Sayers, we're going to do a random test on your mats. I'm going to say, no, fuck off. Yeah. You have no right to. Because I'm telling you now is that until you find Dillian White's B sample, Connor Ben's B sample, I ain't doing the test. Fuck yeah. Why should I? Because your testing's negligible. It's not, you know what I mean? So that's where I stand with it. Yeah. Just take what you like.
You think we should get into this white collar, Max, and call somebody out?
No, we got to be lovers. We got to be lovers.
Who would you fight, Max, in an unlicensed?
God, there's plenty of people I don't like. In an unlicensed,
I'm the breakfast boy, and I mean that to any man out there what thinks he can take John Fury, because I'm the best fighter out there. There's nobody can beat me, because I'm willing to die and give me life and get 35 years before I lose. I'm an extremely violent man when it comes down to the old fisticuffs, because I'll do anything I can to win. And I call street fighting. It's a dangerous job. And I'm a dangerous dude. Unbeaten. Step in my face, hell coming to breakfast, mate, because I know I can fight. And I'm a dangerous mother. Believe me. I'm the real deal, mate. And that goes out to anybody who thinks they can take me today or any other day. It's finished in one way. Them splattered up the floor and their head kicked off.
There's a few I don't like, to be fair.
It's a fear than me, but after that contract they sent me, they tried to gag me and all that, and I didn't like how they went about it. And to be honest with you, Spencer's not a bad lad, is he? He's been in boxing years, hasn't he? But I thought they were trying to belittle me and make me look like a mug, so I'm not going to throw him a bone if I ever fight. I'd fight Curtis Woodhouse, though. I'd get stuck into him.
Fight Curtis Woodhouse. Fucking hell. I wouldn't. Fucking hell. Good luck on that one.
He's 2 inches shorter than me. I'd just keep him at the jab, wouldn't I? And shut his big mouth up, because he thinks he's the man about town. And me and Kurt have got a little bit of beef. I don't mind him, actually, but we need to settle that beef, don't we, Kurt?
What was the beef about? What?
I'm not going to say it. It was something that we said something to each other, and we're going to have to do a battle, I think, now that I'm 11 stone 12. You know what I mean? When Spencer were sending contracts, you were here, Max, weren't you? I had wires hanging out. My nurses coming every day, and I don't wet through. So I thought that were in bad taste, and I'm saying I made it all up going to Turkey. So why should I give him a payday? You know what I mean?
Well, I like to say I've got a long list. There's a few people I don't like in the boxing game. You know what? Who I want to beat the fuck out of? I don't like the footballer, fucking Danny Mills. He's a twat.
Oh, he's a company man for Gareth Southgate, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't like Danny Mills in Knobhead. I'm not fond of. See, Juggies and Jake Wood, they piss me off, but obviously that's going to be unfair.
Would you spar it? It's big phrase, Max.
Will I fuck?
It's big phrase. He's not. People are going up to him, aren't they, and saying it's big phrase. It shows.
So here's one. Tell me about this one, Russ. Right? So
Fraser's one at best pundits, isn't he? It's big phrase. He's one at best.
Yeah, I agree, and he's one of the best heavyweights we got now, in theory. Because what?
He'd have laddered you though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would. I mean, you look at him in a minute. If you look at what's it the English title who was fighting? Solomon Dacker is against someone else. Why isn't Fraser Clark involved in that?
I
You
don't
know
know.
what I mean? You know, this is the thing. He should be up there now because his career's. It's no point putting him with bin men. It's no point. He's that devastation now. He needs to be at the top. He needs to be fighting. Have one tune up to have a go at Fabio Wardley. That's his level, at least.
If I fight Curtis, I'm doing a Lomachenko, aren't I? Just jumping in with champions, mate. If I fight, old Kurt, man, he'd never accept, man, unless I put pressure on him.
I can't remember. Did he say something?
Max, I'm not telling you. It's personal what he said, and we've got to settle the beef. Because Steffi don't want no porky smoke, does he?
Well, he went away that time when he was that time at Thing Bob's. What's his name? Did you go see what Mick Whale or something?
Me and Mick Whale went to a cafe in up near where Mick lives, up at Mambas, and he pulled up in his i8, i8 or some fancy car. Pulled up with his chick and his young un. Well, I thought he pulled up on his own. Mick went over and says, "I'm going to ref it. Go right back," and he shot off.
Oh, right.
Story. Ask Mick Whale. Well, you were there,
Yeah.
weren't you? You went to Mick's.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I know. I remember Mick saying something. Someone said, "Yeah, nah, yeah, yeah." We went at his cafe. That's right.
All right. He was in middle, wasn't he, Mick? Well, that's
Yeah.
how they settle it down their way, where Brampton Prelow, they're up for out, man. I mean, I went in Mick him. A year ago, and some guy come in and he fucking stood on edge at bed, on edge at ring, and I was setting camera up. I thought, who's this here? I don't know him. Here we go. Because you've got a problem with Steffi. And it all went quiet. And I went, yeah, why? and they started laughing. So they love a bit of banter, don't they? But they're good people. They're good people.
Yeah.
They've done
Yeah.
well out at boxing, but I always think glasses are full with Josh Whale. Me, you know why? Because you're
Why?
a for European, and then he's in mixed, then, isn't he? And I think that we're in bad taste, really. Because if he'd have got that decision, I think he'd have fought for a proper world title. Me, I do honestly. I do, and everybody deserves that chance when they put all them years in, don't they? I mean, when you think about it, Luke Campbell's only got a Commonwealth. He made millions. Josh has got a British, hasn't he?
Yeah, in theory, he's got more. He's had more. Josh, but he hasn't repped the rewards, has he?
He got
So
rewards, but he should have had a lot more for his talent.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
And that's the sad case about boxing. And it's the moves that you make outside. You know, outside the ring. That's what I think. You're navigating your way through minefields constantly with people that you don't trust. It's very hard. That's why a lot of dads like to get involved with their sons, because they don't want to see them getting their legs lifted. And I won't want it for my lad. Not that he's going to be a boxer, but you know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think how crazy is this? Someone like Ebony Bridges will earn more than someone like Josh Whale. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you think to Tommy Fury and Jake Paul nonsense?
You know what it is? Tommy Fury clearly doesn't want the fight because he would have done everything he can to make the fight. Simple.
Yeah. Do you think that they'd be better off having a battle royale?
This is embarrassing, isn't it?
It's a trick.
John Fury must.
Corey.
John Fury must love. You know the things he comes out with. He must love it because I think he knows he does it and he just likes the attention. That's what he does. He does it on purpose. I swear he does.
Yeah.
And because he knows people going to likes of you going to jump on it, and it just gives him exposure. Whether it's bad or good or taking the piss, it's exposure. No, it's no such thing as bad publicity, isn't it?
Listen, he attracts views. He's funny. What he comes out with is pure hogwash, isn't it? Let's have it right. It's hogwash. What comes out of his mouth constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, he got too comfortable at BT Sport, didn't he? He started taking over.
You know what? I'll give him his due. You know when they gave him the spot of interviewing, and I think that I don't know who they did it with, but he did a spot of interviewing, and I thought he was really good.
Listen, mate, you won't be doing it in one take like me, though, would he? Let's have it right. There'd have been 20 takes for that. I did watch it, yeah, and I spotted how they'd edited it all in, so it wasn't one take. I mean, but he spoke clearly in that, and yeah, listen, the man's a genius. The man's a genius. He's convinced the whole boxing public that he's 100-0 on the hard road, and they were knocking men out who were Irish bare knuckle champions for 100 backs, but you don't remember the man's name. You know what life for me? I can't remember his name.
This is what I mean. But this is what I mean. He's convinced. They've conned the public and they've done it so well.
You've got to give him his dues. It's about pound notes. They've won everything. They've not been beat. Tommy's not been beat. He's earning millions. They've clocked the game, mate. You've got to take your hat off to him. You know what I mean?
Still think Tyson's going to get beaten by Usyk though. I think that they're going to be.
That's an hard fight. That's a pick and fight. But I think Tyson's got enough in his locker to bully him and that. Hasn't he? But Usyk, so far, he's had an answer for everything. But so has Tyson. That's what makes it an intriguing fight, isn't it?
This is how I look at it. You know, let's say you put Usyk in the ring against Wilder. Yeah. I don't think Wilder could land a right hand on Usyk over 12 rounds. I don't think it'll be done. I don't think you see it coming. You see it coming from a mile away, right? Whereas it happened a couple of times with Fury. Yeah, it's more to hit. And I got a suspicion that Tyson hasn't got the legs that he used to have. And you've said it plenty of times, and I think you've got to spot on it. I think he's declining, and he's got one or two big fights. He talks the big one to keep himself out there, so people his eyes on him still. But I think Usyk's going to expose him.
Yeah,
yeah, I think he can hit angle. Look, you don't do 300 fights amateur and lose only about 15 of them. Yeah. He's been everywhere. He's seen everything, done everything. You know, I'm saying it, and it's hard to. You cannot get that back, and that's hard to get all that experience. 300 fights, that's a lot. So, you know, I've had this discussion with Julian plenty of times. He thinks Fury it would just be a bit too big, but I think the speed kills in this game, and he's got to be very light. I think in order to deal with Usyk, very light, as in when we're talking about 18, not 20, 18, something like that, to deal with Usyk effectively. But I don't think he will.
Yeah. What about Eubank Smith? We've got 8 minutes left, Max. Eubank Smith.
It pains me to say it's going to be Chris Eubank. I think he's going to be a tad bit fresher than I saw the fight between Liam Smith's last fight, and I think he's just lost that little bit of pace for my liking. You know, when he fought me, he's just like yard of pace. And I think Chris Eubank, painfully enough, he's just got a bit about him. He's fresh. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah, that's what you think. You think that Eubank's just a bit fresher, do you, Max?
I just think it's going to be a replica of the Liam Williams fight, you know.
I think it's a super middle against a light middle and the meeting in the middle. That's what I think. One's coming down the weight, one's going up. So I think it's a fight. We'll see what Liam Smith's got left in tank, won't we? But I think Liam Smith's been to the top of mountain and he's on way down. I think Eubanks probably might have one gear to go yet. We haven't seen best of him yet, in my opinion.
He's going to have to do something special, Chris Eubank, because he wants this super fight with either Golovkin or someone, doesn't he? He wants that fight. He keeps begging for it. So he's going to have to stop him to earn that. He's going to have to stop Liam in style, as in drop him. So it'd be interesting to see because he's got to make a statement in order to earn that fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's what do you think to Jack Massey, Joe Parker?
It's a strange one, that, because I've heard the ins and outs a little bit. I won't go there because Dennis has said, little things. And I feel sorry for him because he's built him from nothing. Jack Massey. He's built Jack Massey from nothing. He's got him belts, etc. So to leave him lurch and go into that Joe Parker fight, I think Joe Parker runs over him personally. You can't just jump in with a heavyweight of that caliber. And bear in mind, he's sparring with Tyson at a good level, week in, week out. got a great coach of it. Well, when I say great coach, an all right coach with Andy Lee. I'm not going to say great. We don't know how great he is, by the way. It's an interesting one. I think that Jack Massey spotted the things, thinking, he's had his soul taken off him. I might be able to do him here after the Joyce fight. Well, I'll tell you now, Joe Joyce, the truck can't break him down. So, he's 1 in a million. So I think Jack Massey's it's gonna be 4 or 5 rounds where he's gonna feel it and he's gonna be out of there, I think. So
Are you still loved up, Max?
yes, I am still loved up, of course.
Cooking for you and that still, Max.
What? Why? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are you in shape, Max?
I'm getting there. I'm trying my hardest at the minute. Really am.
Max, when I seen you over there in that pub, you look like a Teletubby in that trackie.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
He stood at bar while I'm trying to look cool and you're there. What do you want, Max? Can I have a pint of Coke? Pint of Coke, Max. Go on, lad. Ripping it up. Hey, you got pulled off old Bill, didn't you, when you left me?
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to say that. Yes, and the wankers round there, breathalyzed with a whole lot. Fucking wankers.
Did they breathalyze you, Max?
Yeah. It didn't help when I was getting shitty with them.
Did he swab you as well?
No, he didn't swab me, just breathalyzed me.
Did he say, where have you been? What did you say at truck stop?
Yeah, I said I've been to the truck stop. I saw some mates, right? I hadn't had a drip, right? Now piss off.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, I said, if you want
to
get a breathalyzer, go and do it and stop wasting my fucking time. I'm sick of the old Bill. Don't like him.
Go on, Max, you old G. Hey?
Yeah, don't like him.
You're like Larry Hoover, Max. You make Big Meech look tame.
Big Meech.
Oh, yeah. Max. Women love him. Men want to be him. Don't they, Max?
That's what they say about you, isn't it, Russ?
Listen, mate. You know me, mate. I'm a Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger.
Okay. What do you think to Billy Joe coming back then, if it's true?
It's a big ask, isn't it? Who would it be against, though? That's the thing. Who's going to be interested?
I don't know. Eubank fight's a good fight still, isn't it? That's probably the only fight for him, isn't it, in UK that's a pay-per-view.
It's quite funny boxing, isn't it? No one wanted to know Eubank, don't they? Now, all of a sudden, they want him.
They want him now. He's made his name off back of Conor Benn in a fight that didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Now, when Conor Benn revisits that fight, because he will come back, they've very sorted it behind the scenes. They know what they're doing. So when he comes back, Eubank will turn around and say, bollocks to all your hydration clauses. I'm coming in this way. Take it or leave it. He's the A side now. So they fucked it for themselves, haven't they? So I don't blame it. So everyone wants Chris Eubank Jr. now. So it's funny it's funny old game this where the land slides within a month. It changes.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? What do you think is going to happen to Savannah now? Do you think she fights Clarissa Shields? Because
yes, I think she fights Clarissa.
There's a bit of talk of Clarissa fighting Natasha, isn't there?
To be fair, good fights. I think Natasha will put up a really, really good fight. I'd like to see her in there. I think Savannah will do better next time. I just think, she just hasn't been in the punch like that. She didn't know what Clarissa brings. Now she's got experience of what Clarissa brings. Savannah will adapt to that, and she will do a lot better next time. And you'll find it be a lot razor sharp close, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens moving sideways. Okie dokie then, Max. Well, listen, just a quick and weird, just to catch up. Hope you're well.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Have a great day, mate. Cheers, Max.
Cheers. See you later, mate.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
And that was that. That was Max's story. He's coming back for one last run at it. Max, the professional boxer. Max is what's wrong with boxing. Told him many times. If he were a white collar man, yes, Max shouldn't be a pro. But I wish him well. He's a nice lad. But Max knows this. This is a dangerous, dangerous game. So it's the only sport where you can get your money took, your brain shook, and your name in the Undertaker's book. And that's Joe Fraser's words. Okie dokie. Peace out. Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.